welcome aboard our dear viewers, wherever you're watching us, wherever you're watching us from. Allow me to greet you saying good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're watching us from. In any country you're in any direction of the country in the way you are reading time right now. Allow me to repeat again and say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome aboard once again to today's episode of Panel's Podcast. Today I happen to be at the Mbale Union Vision Secondary School with my head teacher who is introducing himself to you as we continue. Welcome.
Thank you very much, our visitor tonight. My name is Eric Kotachi. I am the head teacher of Mbale Union Vision Senior Secondary School. It is a pleasure that you are here this evening. Thank you.
Welcome. Mbale Union Vision Senior Secondary School is one of the newly established secondary school in Mbale, I think in Bugisu, which is doing great work in uplifting the students, helping the needy. All these are coming through not by only making, but people who are willing to help others through the sponsorship coming from abroad and other things. Briefly, give us a brief history about Mbale Union Secondary School Vision.
Thank you very much, moderator.
Yeah.
I want to begin by, first of all, thanking the viewers who are sparing some time to listen to watch us.
Yeah.
Mbale Union Vision Secondary School, it is a school on Christian foundation, and it is a school where both a parent and a student, actually even a teacher, that can enjoy to be in, just because of the way how we do our work and the way how our donors are giving us support.
On that, how does Mbale Union Secondary School come to be part or come among the many schools of Union Vision? How come that Mbale also got a chance and got a branch here in Mbale?
Thank you. I want to first of all wish to inform you that as in Masaba land, I think we are just lucky. We are lucky in the way that in most cases, whatever happens elsewhere, we have share. Union Vision Mission is a big organization with its headquarters in Nakawa. There is actually in Mutungo, in Butabika, the other side. There's a school called Nakawa Union Vision, a very big school there. That's where it starts from, with the donors, the ones we can call missionaries from Southern Korea, with the director called Reverend Kim. I want to thank those people because God used them to think about Uganda, actually Africa, but Uganda in particular, because we happen to have headquarters here in Kampala. So these people, they had a mission of constructing churches and schools. Actually, the mission, if you check our website, the mission is to construct 3 southern churches and 300 schools in Uganda. So as Bugisu sub-region, for us, we got chance of churches. These people have constructed a number of churches across all districts in Bugisu, but we were lacking a school. And the major factors to why we didn't get chance in earlier stages is because we have, like you know, in Bugisu we have limited land. Land is quite expensive as compared to some parts of the country like Ruero and the actually Teso region and other regions. So it was, I think, I want to thank pastors in Eastern. We have Pastor Agatha here and some other pastors. We have a pastors forum. These people, actually those of Tororo and Mbale, worked together to find the land. The major issue was getting land. So they got land around Chimwanga here. Chimwanga is found on the Tororo Road after Busiu Town Council in Mbale district. They found some land here, and the donors came and they came to survey the land, and actually all the stakeholders in the local government welcomed the donors and gave all the necessary support for the school to be established.
Thank you. As we continue, briefly, tell me about the criteria you use in vetting students who apply at your school.
I want to tell you that if there is a school next to an international school, then it is Mbale Union Vision. And one, the quality of children that we are admitting, and secondly, the services that we offer. You know, the challenges that private schools are facing are financial in nature. You find that the schools are struggling to pay staff, but now for us we have a stable staff, and even when it means when it comes to recruiting, we look for the what? We look for the quality staff, because we advertise publicly, and then after advertising, they apply, we shortlist them and interview them. So meaning we are having the best staff in terms of qualification and etc. And then students, with our partners, the missionaries who gave us this offer, the major aim, just like our motto says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. The major aim was to get these children, to check on the morals of the children, the morals of our children in the community today. Actually, you can't differentiate the town child and the village child. Children are spoiled. So we believe that if we teach these children in knowing God, we shall be changing the nation. Because now, like, we have 75 schools across the country. And in these schools, on average, if we have, let's say, 600 students, then these are very many Ugandans that we are trying to nurture. So meaning that if they grow with that heart of humanitarianism and knowing God, then it means that we shall be doing something good in as far as the morals of the tomorrow generation is concerned. And then also, with the quality of learners, we sat down with our directors, the donors. We looked at how we can help a parent in a village, in Unamisindwa, Bududa, Ulambuli, Mbale, Tororo, and other areas. How do we help this parent who cannot afford to take a child to an expensive school in Kampala? So we thought that maybe we need to give a hand. These donors of ours can give a hand, sponsorships to help our students study. Now, the criteria that we used was to break down these sponsorships so that we can sponsor a child according to his capability. This one helps these children to work hard. Now, like if I remember last year, when these primary schools were going to seek PLOE, we moved across all the districts and most of the schools in this sub-region, wishing our people who were sitting by then success, and giving them some brief information about these sponsorships. So this was trying to encourage them that should you get 4 aggregates to 7 and you wish to be in boarding, then you pay only 100,000. Then should you get 8 aggregates to 12, you pay only 200,000. Then for the one who will get a division 2, because most of our UPE schools in the village, that is where they belong. So we also gave them an offer that if you get division 2, you will pay only 200 and what? And 50. Then division 3, 350. So having given such packages, they gave a chance to these children to work hard. They encouraged them to work hard, and that one has also helped us as well, because we find that the quality of the children that we are recruiting are good. So we are hopeful that in the nearby future, we are going to have the best results in Eastern Uganda. Thank you.
And talking about the performances on primary that makes it come to second in these packages, you in our off-camera discussion you talked about next year having senior fives. What should the senior four student who is sitting senior four from somewhere else need to know about the criteria you use to recruit him more high in senior five, so that he or she can put in effort and score highly and get admitted to it.
Okay. To our viewers, remember our school started last year, and we had classes from senior 1 to senior 3. And some parents wanted us to have up to senior 6 because we have capacity. We have all the infrastructure and everything. But we said no. We needed some time to prepare these children. Like we had up to senior 3. This year we have senior 4. So with the plan that we can move with our own, next year we have senior 5. The other year senior 6, like that. However, we cannot limit these other students who may wish to join us along the way. And we may not limit them. But of course, just like we did for P7, we have also a criteria for these children who are to join us in senior 5. Like, we have parents who have children with us in these lower classes. And they come to us crying they want at least a chance in S5, and we have kept referring them to some of our branches which have A level.
Yes.
Like here we have Naboa Union Vision, and some are even going to Nakawa Union Vision. Now, we look at the performance. We look at the performance, maybe if I am to check, but we shall look at the performance. Now, like for the new curriculum, the assessment is quite different from the previous. We may not say that Division 1 and 2. But now we shall look at the scores.
Like the best cadet will be those who have scored highly.
Yes, those who have scored highly. If someone has dominated with A's, definitely that one. We shall assume that this is the cream and it requires this.
Let's talk about the climate, the environment here at the Union Region. Talking about the relationship between students and teachers, the deity of the students. Briefly.
Like you can see, the environment is conducive. It is a teaching learning environment that every learner would wish and every teacher would wish to work for. We happen to have a well-planned school with the infrastructure well-planned. The school is fenced, enough shades, enough space. Actually, if you checked, we have a well-equipped computer lab with even internet, and that is the way to go. There's what we call ICT for all. So, the trend today is all about that. So, the diet, when it comes to diet, I think we are exceptional, and this is what makes us call ourselves more of international, because we have seen this only in Central. Our children take milk, because milk is not expensive. Hey, we have friends from Bududa there who are having farms. So they taste some milk at least once in a while for purposes of diet. They eat some chicken. Once in a week, you can afford to buy a bird and chop these learners. Taste something different. Actually, you'll find that our learners, when it gets to holiday, they feel like not going, because what is home is the opposite to what they get at school. So this is quite interesting. But of course, if it is time for holiday, it is a must. They will have to go and rest, and then they come back. So with the diet, I think we are okay, and we even have a well displayed menu, so that a learner knows, prepares appetite, that on Friday we are going to have matoke and beef.
Talk about the relationship between the staff and the students.
In terms of
coordination,
I think
it's friendly.
it is very friendly. The teacher-learner rapport, and even the parents. Like for the parents, so far we have a WhatsApp group for all the parents, and the people have always shared. You know, some of us have some experience in the private sector. So I happen to have been a teacher for the last 12 years, and the experience that I have from the previous schools, actually, it is the opposite of what we are seeing today. You would find that a head teacher elsewhere before here, the parents will come to quarrel. Now, like in such a platform, you will see parents only quarreling, complaining about ABC, the welfare of children, the learners missing lessons and ABCD. But here's the opposite. You will see parents only appreciate. Even when you call for a parents' meeting, parents only stand up to appreciate, and it is a pleasure to us.
How about co-curricular activities, sports, and other things?
Co-curricular activities in the 21st century, actually we have seen that it is a new trend now. People, for those who watch Manu and us, it is business, and most of those guys actually they are very rich. So we don't want to sit on the talents of these children. We embrace the what? The co-curricular activities. The sports is on, and we have all what is required. We have the balls, the uniforms, and we are ready to sponsor. We find that some of the schools, like I saw last year in one of our groups, a shoe for head teachers. There is somewhere where they arrested very mature men. They were hired to play for the school, and yet you have your own children. And this is a humble appeal to our fellow colleagues from other schools. Let us give a chance to these children. Train your own children. Because some of these schools, these skills can be trained. So train the children, let them do what? Explore, and they can benefit from their talents.
Thank you very much, our dear viewers, watching us, wherever you're watching us from. As we continue with my guest, please, Mr. Head Teacher, talk about, you have explained everything from co-curricular activities, education, sports, among others. Talk about the balance in education, because we are seeing arts and science have been competing. It has been a hard trend in Uganda. Like science teachers, we are privileged. Somebody who does science is privileged. Our parents deep in the village know that if you pass science, for somebody to have passed, must have passed science. What is it here? Are you favoring some subjects, or all are going at the same pace?
Moderator, you know that trends change.
Yeah.
You know, for today, it is a government policy. I don't want to discuss much, because our friends of the arts side, they are not happy, more so in the government schools. But with us here, it is actually the same. Like when it comes to payment, what we pay a science teacher is what we pay to.
We are talking about this.
An arts teacher. Now, I'm getting where you want. When it comes to staff, in administration, I have actually 3 deputies, despite the fact that our school is new. But for purposes of proper management, we have deputy in charge administration and discipline. We also have the deputy, the 2 deputies in charge academics, because academics is the major issue as to why we are here. So these 2 deputies, one is in charge humanities, where we find the arts. And then we also have deputy in charge sciences. So these 2 deputies, their role is to ensure that we are at the same level in as far as excellence is concerned. So much as per the government policy, we have all what it takes for science. And we also encourage our learners to do science. Because, not to be biased, science is needed. We need the doctors, we need the engineers, innovators, and etc. But we can't say that arts are useless. So, for us, we are not ignoring this arts student. We are having both of them on board, but with the emphasis in science, because if we can have more of doctors, if we can have more of engineers tomorrow, then we shall have the best country.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Head Teacher. Talk about the admission. Are you still having admissions on, or the vacancies are full? How about here?
Actually, we opened on 10, the day that the government had given us, and immediately admissions started. But of course, we know that the government had its program to give us a calendar, and when these results are released, head teachers go for selections, more so government head teachers. So some parents wait for the selections to be done before they get admission. But for us, we started admitting from the very time results were released. So we are still admitting. I think we are still admitting for the next 2 weeks. So far, many parents have got admissions, and our senior ones will be reporting next week on a Monday. So it is a humble appeal to parents to please come and get admission for your son or daughter. You will not regret, because our fees is affordable and the mode of payment is friendly. And for us, like I told you, that our staff is paid by the central, the headquarters. Now, it means that the little that you are contributing is to sustain us, to keep these children here. So if you are a parent from, let's say, Busiu Town Council, of Nambuto, Masiche, and you have firewood, simply bring the firewood, we give you a receipt and the child studies. Oh. You have beans, you bring the beans, because this man at the end of the day, that is what is going to buy.
Oh.
Thank you.
Talk about, because I've seen the place is fenced, the security of your school, girls and protected boys. How are these kids secure?
Our children, when it comes to security, I think they are very secure. I'll begin with what is required of a boarding school. We have all our dormitories installed with cameras. We also have smoke detectors. These smoke detectors detect any sign of smoke. Should there be any sign of fire outbreak, then it will alarm and everyone will run to the rescue. And then we also have the fire extinguishers, like we can see on every building, and we have trained these learners on how to operate them. So meaning that in that area, we are very safe. Then when it comes to other security measures, we have enough security officers who patrol the entire school all the time. We have the cameras, like I told you, it's part of security. We have a perimeter wall fence, like you can see. We also have matron and patron in these dormitories. We have cubicles inside there, and these people stay inside there to ensure that they monitor the security of the learners. Even amongst the learners themselves, we also have prefects. Because now, when you are dealing with the human resource, I think if I can put it that way, for us who are not in the factory, that we are dealing with human beings, even the people that we are keeping themselves as well. So in that area, we are very okay.
If you are talking about safety, we have talked the theft of life and property.
Yes, please.
Let's cross on the health side.
When it comes to health, on our staff, on our support staff, we have a qualified enrolled nurse, and we have a sick bay with us in the school, because this is more of a home. You know, in a year, a child spends more time at school. Out of the 12 months, 9 months is at school. So these children, we see that it is necessary and it is a requirement for us to have a nurse and to stock drugs. So we have more of a clinic, if I may not call it a sick bay. If should there be any problem, any emergency, we can come to the rescue. And should it be chronic or maybe beyond our level, we refer for further management.
Thank you, Mr. Head Teacher of Mbale Union Vision Secondary School. Briefly, as we call it, an end of today's podcast. Your message to our dear viewers, to our parents, to our colleagues, to our students who are watching us and who are going to watch us.
I want to first of all thank you for visiting us at Mbale Union Vision Senior Secondary School and the new year 2026. A special thanks to our parents who entrusted us with your students last year. Given it was a new school, but you had trust in us, we pledge to you that we shall never disappoint you. You have to yield the best out of Mbale Union Vision Senior Secondary School. I also want to thank the donors, the donor community, the team headed by our director, Reverend Kim, Director Union Vision Mission Africa, and then our supervisors, Pastor Sisi. She has always provided what is needed on time. Teachers are paid promptly and on time, and our learners, all what is needed is always provided. I also want to thank everyone who has spent his or her time to watch us tonight, and advise you to please bring your child to Mbale Union Vision. Education is the only investment which is the best for your child. We have seen people who are very rich, but they don't educate their children. As soon as they die, children sell everything. But should you invest in a child, then you have done the best for your child. So what I can say is that better to prepare the child than preparing for the child. Please come and admit your child for the better services, for the better education, the better future, and for godly reasons. I want to thank you for God and my country.
Welcome, our dear viewers. I continue appreciating you and thanking you for being part of today's podcast. And my humble appeal is share this video to whoever it might be of value to, and bring your kids to Mbale Union Secondary School here in Mbale. Thank you for being a good listener today and good viewers. Welcome.